Crews are still battling a warehouse fire at People's Cartage Warehouse in South Parkersburg that began Saturday morning. Our sister station WSAZ was able to get some drone footage, and our Haley Lanham has a recap of day 2.
All Wood County fire responders, respond per mutual aid request for a standing structure fire at 4301 Camden Avenue, Parkersburg. That is 4301 Camden Avenue, Parkersburg, People's Cartage Warehouse. Mutual aid request for an all-county response for structure fire. Time of alert 6:05.
What you just heard was Wood County Dispatch calling out all mutual aid fire units to report the People's Cartage fire. This takes us all the way back to where we begin on July 5th, 2026. According to Wood County 911, the shelter in place spans about a quarter-mile radius. This happens when the air quality reaches above 35 parts per million, and it stays like that for 30 minutes or more. It is encouraged to wear a mask within the area during the shelter in place, but it is not required, nor is it mandated. Commissioner Blair Couch, along with other officials, have been at the scene all day, and Commissioner Couch informed me that they are working to answer your questions from Monday's commission meeting.
We've had questions from Delegate Heckert and Delegate Falgan about the outflow, and so we're waiting for results from that, but just use caution. But really, it's just like soot. It's cinders.
According to officials on the scene, the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection has sent samples to Chemours to test it through their machines to get a better idea of what the air quality is and what is in the air. As of earlier Monday evening, the fire was 100% contained and only 45% extinguished.
Containment in this case means that we've gotten to the point to where the fire is not able to spread any further, and that we're able to contain it and keep it into a space where we can fight it better.
Excavators have been moving debris in order to allow water flow to get up underneath of the debris to prevent flames from returning. The Federal Aviation Administration has issued a no-fly zone from the footprint in a 1-mile radius and up to 1,000 feet in the air. The Wood County 911 and the Wood County Sheriff's Office Facebook pages are great resources for information, along with our WTAP News app. Reporting from Parkersburg, I'm Haley Lanham with WTAP News.